If you had a bad relationship with your mother, you may not want to read Sherman Alexie's new book, but you should, really. You don't have to say you love me. I can remember clear as anything I remember. I raised my hand to her once. My brother Tommy was sitting at the kitchen table tinkering with a transistor radio. If you hit my mother, I will take this screwdriver, poke out both your eyes, and stab you 400 times. I knew he meant it, and I knew he would. I have struggled with my memory and my relations to her for most of my life. It was only very recently I found out two things. She was the valedictorian of her high school class. You get your smarts from your mother. Forgive me, Mary Lorraine Metcalf. Forgive me before I die, for I have never even looked for or come to your grave. I will go to my grave with a wink and a wave if I have written at least a few good love poems. Because when you get down to it, you can survive on food and water, but you only live with love. A phone call. She says, "How you doing?" And I wait, and we chatter, and we speak about this and that. I only want to hear that last part, that I love you part. London. Back alley on Tudo Street in Saigon, about 50 years ago. Two of us, half lit on reefer and beer. Owl-dyed, black-haired charm woman, mystic and serene, wispy with cord-strong veins, dark eyes backlit with that contempt only invaded souls wear so well. You babies not shaved yet, look bad, but you have never seen 1,700 years of war, said to Maddie and I, in French accent English. But I reply in almost form-perfect Viet. No da echo, no da diala. We are not the reason. Only the latest who try and fail have others have. Combien? She smiled. I can remember it like 2 days ago in Cham, a lost tongue I had never heard before, but instantly knew it was a spell. It was the sad old Sinloy, Sao Chai Duk Nuki. You will not die, only suffer for years to come. Now again, 50 years later, I wonder how she knew. Thank you.
All right, guys, give it up one more time for Dominic.
$5 each if you want to buy the books.
Thank you. That's okay. One more time, y'all. Just hands together.
I have a few short ones. So the first one is entitled The Crayon. The crayon named Flesh didn't necessarily look like me. Early on, I switched to cerulean, sea mist, and violet to describe my true colors. Thank you, Vincent van Gogh, for showing me the bogus groove. And thank you, Crayola, for having the wisdom to admit what's in a name. A crayon is just a crayon. So flesh became peach, and colors that I knew and loved, mahogany and apricot, raw sienna, and burnt orange, found their way out of the 64-pack and into a multicultural meeting of the tribe. I once had a teacher tell me to pour out all of my crayons onto my desk and tear off all of the paper wrappers. He said the words will just confuse you. And so I learned to feel all of the colors and blend them together. Last night, I had a dream that in my hands I held the crayons, the colors of people, and I was tearing off all the labels. her 50th birthday party. Her name happens to be Hillary, so I did cheesily upcycle it and make a cartoon kind of video, but I won't get into that. But this is really for my friend Hillary, and anything that seems like another character, it's really just by coincidence, or maybe because I really am psychic. This is called the Tao of Hillary. The Tao, according to Hillary, well, what the hell's that? You know, the way it's supposed to be, her dharma, her philosophy, and whether you like it or not is of no concern, you see, because I'm talking about Hillary. To enter a room, she must exhume whatever you've got hidden. It makes her laugh when you're a gap and she's touching what's forbidden. An enormous sense of humor, a groovin' baby boomer. She's skipping down the yellow brick road, no time wasted kissing toads, holding a deck, dealing a bows. Whoa, man, it must be cool being Hillary. Earth tones, precious stones, mortgage loans, flip phones, delighted moans, danger zones. Come on, you'll see what I mean. Climb high upon Tibetan hills, amusement parks with screaming thrills, playing all the games of skill, nothing can compare. If you are weak, beware. To understand is not to know, to analyze is not to grow. Don't judge it, let it go and dig the Tao of Hillary. Thank you. Do I do one more or no? One more? Yeah? Okay. This one is going to be in a new book that I'm publishing for Dom and I. It's called The Wizard and the Wrench. I'm the wizard, he's the wrench. And it's under my new publishing label because I did take my publishing rights back from my original publisher, which is awesome. Yeah, it's very, and so if anybody wants to have any mentoring in publishing your own book, I'd be happy to help you because I really learned one step at a time. And I am grateful to my former publisher, and we're still friends, but it's really the way to go. This is called Kali Stotra. I don't know if any of you, well, these poets, you must have these, the magnetic refrigerator poetry that you, okay, this was honestly built from that. Okay, Kali Stotra. Love daughter, delicious dreaming vision, blaze angel of power, awake in the vast void, speak essential through ferocious lips, changing woman of 1,000 perfumed colors, melt the naked moon with deep honey breath, and a symphony of translucent secret flowers. Together we dance in velvety rhythm, devouring and sacrifice, weak tongues, poison-hearted eternity into your sacred belly.